Hey guys, so today's video is about how to build a sustainable workout routine. I know that we live a very busy life, and I am right there with you. My life is extremely busy. Every day I have something to do. It never ends. So I am with you on that and just trying to learn how to build a sustainable workout routine that we can keep going no matter what our daily life looks like. And so today I came with a few good ideas to get you started. And so let's get started. And the first thing we want to do is make sure that we are creating goals. We want to have our goals clear, and having clear goals allows us to actually be able to reach them. If we don't know where we're going, we can fail before we even get started. So, to give ourselves a good chance, we want to make sure that we have a great plan in place. And so, to do that, we need to have some goals, and we need to have our short term goals, our long term goals. And maybe those goals start off with your short term is just being able to work out 3 times a week. You might even say 1 time a week just to get started. Okay, I am the coach who's very practical. I know that life is busy and I don't want to give you unattainable goals. And remember, this is about what you can do, it's about where you start. That is it. Okay, just starting is the goal. But to set up the goals for yourself, maybe you want to do two days or 3 days a week. But whatever it is, let's try to be consistent with our workouts. And then our long term goal is maybe that you want to lose 10 pounds, over the next 3 months. Maybe that is your long term goal. But it's important to know what you're shooting for. And it's also important to track that. I encourage you to get some type of calendar. You can use one that you can print offline, or maybe use one that you purchase at the store, or just using your phone to do that. But you want something to track, okay? Because that actually holds you accountable to your goals when you're able to track them and when they're in your face. I like to put my goals on my mirror in my bedroom because it allows me to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable. I did notice though, when I took off the calendar off of my dresser, I did not reach the goals I wanted to reach because they were not in my face, right? When they're in my face every morning when I wake up, I know that I have a better chance of reaching them when they're there. But when they're hitting somewhere, I feel like I can pull out my phone to actually put it in there. I'm not as successful. So if you're anything like me, having the goals in front of you is going to be key to reaching those. You also want to create a weekly schedule. Maybe Monday you're doing upper body, Tuesday maybe you're walking, and third Wednesday maybe you're doing a hit workout. But maybe Friday is just a work like your rest day. So kind of think about what you want your week to look like with your schedule. The key to this though is making sure that you have a certain time every single week that you're going to be doing these things. So maybe every Monday I work out, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I work out at 6 p.m. or every Monday and Wednesday I work out at 6 a.m. But you want a time, right? We want a time. We want to know at 6 o'clock, this is what I'm doing. Because what happens is you're going to help yourself be able to stay on target with your goals. But the key to this as well is to make sure that you're mixing up these activities that you're doing throughout the week. I wouldn't say every single day just do the treadmill. You may get bored, or if you're a person like myself who like consistency, treadmills, working on treadmill for me every day is pretty cool. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't get really bored with the activity, but I might change it up. So do something that works for you. Everyone is different. So don't try to do what one person does or your friend does, because that doesn't mean you're going to have the same success, because you got to figure out what works for you. And the only way to figure that out is by actually doing something every day, switching it up, mixing it up so that you don't be bored, because I do know that's something that people have trouble with. And the next thing is keep your workout schedule. We talked about this a little earlier about making sure we have a time that we do this, but the best way to do this is also to sit down with your family. If you are have a family, kids and husband or whatever, you want to be able to sit down and say, okay, every Monday and Wednesday, I'm going to work out at 6 a.m. I will not be at the house, but just to make sure that everyone knows where I am and that I'm creating some boundaries. And I'm also I'm wanting you guys to hold me accountable for that. And what happens is when you're open with the communication, you'll get the support that you desire because you're doing two things. You're creating the boundaries and you're setting expectations. That is something that you have to do whenever you're trying to reach a goal. So it's very important to make sure that you are tracking your progress. And one of the ways you can do that is by a journal or even by an app, what I said before early in the video. But what I really encourage you to do is to have a paper planner or a journal. And this journal is going to actually help you make sure that you reach your goals successfully. And one of the ways that you can do this is making sure that your journal has everything you need in it to reach that goal. You don't want to have any missing points there, right? You want to make sure you're on top of it so that you can have a successful outcome when you're trying to reach your goals. And so I have created this journal called the Daily Food Journal that's going to actually help you do just that to reach your goals. And this journal includes writing down what you're grateful for every single day. You're going to be able to track what foods that you're eating to hold you accountable and find time to work out and integrate that into your everyday life. Not only that, I'm so excited. It also tracks your water intake and it has Bible verses to motivate you throughout your day. So, this journal that I created is really for you to be able to reach every goal that you have set for yourself when it comes to health, wellness, and fitness. And so I encourage you to go ahead and get your copy of that. And I'm going to link the link below this video so that you can get your copy for yourself. And then I want to remind you to make sure that you are supporting yourself with proper nutrition and sleep. There are certain things that could be hindering you from reaching your goals. And even though we're working out, you may not see any progress is because your nutrition could be off or your sleep can be off. I want to encourage you to make sure that you're eating enough protein and have enough carbs and also have healthy fats in your diet. But not to forget to mention that you want to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. I encourage people to get anywhere from 7 to 8 hours of sleep if possible. So make sure that you have a healthy nighttime routine to prepare yourself for sleep and to reach that particular number of hours if possible. But right before I let you go, I just want to give you a quick reminder that this process is not about going all the way in on it and you can't do it small, but really the idea is that you can do it small. I encourage people to actually start small and don't have the mindset of do it all or nothing. That will definitely throw you off your goal because you're kind of trying to start over with everything that you normally did and just cut cold turkey. It doesn't work that way. So just start small. And then I want you to make this process very enjoyable. I want you to have fun with it because if you don't, you will not want to continue and it won't be sustainable. So guys, I am want to encourage you to make these changes. These tips that I provided for you, I pray that they are actually going to be good for you and help you reach your goals. But if you're looking to need some support, you need some help, you need someone that's going to hold you accountable, help you through this process and help you reach your goals, I would like to help you do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm offering a free 15-minute discovery call. And I'm going to have that link right below the video and you can book a call with me absolutely free. And so let you know I'm so happy to be able to help you on this journey and I can't wait to see you next week.